And in Aurora, leaders recently, of course, fired the police chief, Vanessa Wilson, in part because of a records backlog at the department.
Today, City Council members asked the city manager and members of the police department what led to the backlog and how they're going to fix it. Here's 9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Chablow.
It was a 4-page memo with enormous implications and effects. A preliminary report issued on March 14th by an outside management group that showed a backlog of more than 2,500 incident reports within the Aurora Police Department.
Do you view this type of backlog in the records department as a potential issue, serious public safety issue for the city of Aurora?
I do.
The day after the backlog was reported on, City Manager Jim Twombly fired Police Chief Vanessa Wilson, citing her lack of leadership and supervision and mentioning the records backlog as an example.
Processes that appeared to be broken, systems that weren't working, vacancies that were already part of the records section that needed to be filled.
On Thursday, Twombly conceded that last May, he denied a request from the police department to add 10 people to the records unit to help get rid of the backlog.
We did deny that request at the time until we had a better handle on what was going on and those vacant positions could be filled.
The report's author was also at today's virtual hearing. Ed Clawton blamed the backlog on a lack of urgency within the records unit, a broken organizational structure, and ineffective management. At one point, he was asked about the role of the report in Chief Wilson's firing.
Have you had any conversations with any city employee, any city council member that suggested that they wanted this to come forward in order to smear the chief of police, the former chief of police?
Absolutely not. I wasn't even aware of the efforts regarding her performance that had come out in the public news.
One bit of good news to tell you about, according to Aurora Police, through the use of mandatory overtime, they have now reduced the records backlog from a little more than 2,500 last month to just a little more than 400 now. Kim and Tom?
And when we hear these numbers and we make some assumptions, it's usually a lot more complicated than most of us understand.
400 is still a big number. They've done a good job getting it down from 2,500, but they still have their work cut out for them.
All right. Thank you, Matt.